Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Dollar Store Aquarium Supplies Part 3. So hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and a lot of people have been interested in my other Dollar Store Aquarium Supplies videos, so I figured I'd just make another one. They're pretty cheap and easy to make, and I have a lot of fun doing them. So I went to the Dollar Store and picked out a variety of items, some of which you might have seen before, but just because I wanted another one, they were so useful, but most of them are pretty new from my other videos. So yeah, let's just get straight into this new Dollar Store Aquarium Supplies video. Alright, let's start with our first item that I can pull out of this bag right here, and let's see what we got. Alright, so our first item is this 6-pack of little storage containers. So I found this in the kind of craft section, and what I figured this would be really good for is storing fish food. So if you want to have little portions of fish food, this is a great way to do it. You see, they've got a really nice hard plastic, like this isn't just really soft flexible, and a really tight fitting lid with a little, almost like a little plastic gasket on it, and they fit really snugly, and they all look, you know, pretty contemporary, and they don't look too bad. They come right from the dollar store, so you can put different brands of fish food here and whatever, so that you don't have to always keep exchanging from the big can that you have, and this will be really helpful just organization-wise and just keeping things. And you can also make like little terrariums out of these. There's a ton of little uses for these around a fish room, or even if you just have one fish tank. And if you're like me, you've got a ton of different fish foods, and it'll be great to be able to spread them out into easy-to-use little containers like this, and then you can just refill them every time they start running low. That way your fish food in here is always fresh and ready to use. Alright, so item number 2 right here is something that some of you probably might have seen before from a different video, but I literally just needed this thing so bad. This thing is just a little pitcher you can get. I have one of these, and it is probably the most used item in my fish room besides like my bucket. This thing is so helpful for carrying everything. You can transport fish in this thing. You can acclimate fish in this thing. It's just, this is an amazing little tool right here. You would never know how much you would want one of these until you get one, and recommend. This is something that everyone needs to buy. I know I already talked about this in a different video, but I need to get another one, and I just need to emphasize, spend $1 on this. This is an amazing product that you kind of need to have, and it's just an essential for any fish room or just one fish tank. Did I just make a 3-minute sales pitch on a plastic jug? Yes, I did. Okay, leave me alone. And next up right here, we've got this. As you can see, it's wrapped up in this little paper, but it is this little bowl. And of course, this is not going to be for fish, but you could easily make a little wabicusa in this, put plants in here, make a little mossarium, terrarium. You can hold fish in here temporarily when you're like transferring tanks, and put shrimp in here to acclimate them. There's so many uses for this. You can make this into a little project for holding plants, and make a tiny little no-filter aquarium in here. Of course, never put anything in here permanently. But this is just a great little thing that you can have laying around. You can make tons of little things about it. They have different sizes. They've got a bigger one and a smaller one. I took a smaller one because I think I want to do a wabicusa made out of this thing. So that'll be really fun. Hopefully, if I end up doing this, I will obviously have a video for you guys on the channel about this. But super simple. Get this for $1 at the dollar store. Just something you can put anywhere. Put this on a windowsill with some plants in it. Put a succulent in here. So many uses for this, and a really great item to buy. Alright, so our next item is this. You might be wondering what the heck this is and why do we need a swivel phone mirror for our aquarium. So this is more for someone who has a betta fish. So it's got a little sticky thing, but you see it swivels out. It's got this little mirror. So what I'm going to do is just, see if this works, just snap this off, and then you've got this little mirror, right? And this is nice reflective surface. You can kind of see me in it right here. See if I can get my face. What you can do, let me just pull this little piece of metal out, is it has this adhesive on it. We don't really need this. But if you have a betta, I have 3 of them, and if you have one of these guys, you can shine this in front of their tank, or like kind of put it halfway in the water, and they'll flare at it, and that's really good exercise for them. It helps stimulate them, and don't put this in there and do this for them constantly, but like a minute or 2 a day, or once every couple of days is a really good way to stimulate them, and you can get some awesome pictures of them when they're flared up and looking really nice like that. So yeah, this is just a little mirror, and you can obviously use it for anything else you would use a mirror for. But, you know, this is just a great little thing to have for your betta. And next up is this. This is a power splitter. So they sell a lot of this kind of stuff at the dollar store. And anybody who has more than one tank, or even just one tank, will know that wiring is very important when it comes to fish rooms. You have to get so many different things plugged in. And this is a 3-prong plug that can turn a 3-prong into 3 different plugs, so you can have space to run your heater, your filter, and your lights from this, or throw a timer on this thing. You can run 3 different lights off this. So useful to have one of these around. Even if you don't use it immediately, you'll use this later. Again, gotta emphasize, something like this, it usually be like $4 or $5. It's maybe cheaper build, but it's totally fine. It will work with a grounded socket, and you can get this for $1. I mean, you gotta emphasize that this is a very good deal for what this is, and this is just so helpful for helping you be able to plug in more things into your fish room. Next on the list is this 75-watt LED bulb. So you might be wondering, why do we have this? Why did I get this? Because, like, what the heck? And it might be kind of weird why did I get this, but I have, let me just show you guys. Alright, so let's say you're like me, you've got a tank like this, and it's lit with just like a light that takes light bulbs. So it's got this really yellowish hue on it, but if I add this bulb into here, not only is it not 1,000 degrees like the other one was, like this guy isn't even remotely warm, but this one I don't even want to really hold on to with my hands. It is so much brighter. Look at this light cast that you can get from here, and this only works in specific situations, of course, but it is really helpful if you have something like this. You can get a nice white LED bulb from the dollar store. It does produce sort of a yellowy hue, but it does have that kind of whitish tone, and it helps illuminate all these plants that I've grown out of here, and some of the plants I've growing under the water. So this is a super helpful thing, way better than this thing. This thing is super hot, probably not super energy efficient, and it was that yellowy hue, which I didn't really love. So now we got a much brighter light, will help these plants grow better, and it'll be cooler and probably more energy efficient. Next on the list, we've got Q-tips, or cotton swabs, and this is also kind of only useful in a specific situation if you have a very small nano tank like I do. I've got a mini complete tank and a little 2.5 gallon paludarium, and so what these are really good for is cleaning diatom algae off of the glass. Super easy, it's way better than just getting your finger in there. Sometimes a tank is so small that you can't get your finger in there to clean it off, so a little cotton swab, you can just swab this thing out. It comes with 300 of them. You can choose whatever color you want. I just chose plain white, of course. This will last me like probably a couple years, but super great, super helpful to use with a little tank like that, and just a nice little thing to have around, of course. Alright, before I end the video, quick bonus. Look what I found there. I found this wide-angle lens for my phone, and which is what I'm filming on right now. So I do have lenses for my phone. I got a little kit off Amazon, really cheap for like 20 bucks, and they're really nice lenses. I use them for macro shots and wide angle and fisheye or whatever, but they got a dollar store wide angle lens, so I just wanted to throw this bonus in there just to see how it is, and if it works, technically it could count as a fish product because you can use this to film your fish room in a wider view, but it's just a little clamps onto your phone just like my other ones. Comes with a little lens cap right here, so let's screw this thing onto my phone, which is the camera right now, and just see how it performs. Alright, so here's a little look around right before, without the lens, and here it is with it. It is definitely a wider view. It's got a little bit of distortion, as you can see. It looks a little round, but I mean, guess what? It's doing its job. It's definitely a wider view than it was. Is this a super high quality lens? No, heck no. Sorry, this is super messy. Look at all this junk I've got on the ground. This is what happens when you start filming a video. But yeah, is it a super high quality lens? Not really. Does it work though? Heck yes it does. I mean, look at that. Compared to without it, I mean, it definitely spreads it out a lot wider. I mean, just, we slide this thing back on, and it definitely widens the view, and it's not horrible. And, I mean, it's not amazing, but this will definitely be helpful for a beginning YouTuber or something like that who doesn't exactly want to spend 20 bucks on a lens off Amazon. So, yeah, just a little bonus thing like that. But, yeah, it really does, widen the field of view. Just as a quick comparison while I'm talking about it, this is the one I got off Amazon in a pack of 3 lenses, macro, wide angle, and fisheye, and this is the one you got at the dollar store. So, as comparison, this is what this one looks like. Much nicer than the other one. This is the $20 Amazon one. I got $20 for a pack of 3. Looks a lot nicer than the dollar store one, and it's not really crazy expensive, but I mean, maybe the dollar store one just needs a little bit of cleaning. Maybe the lens is dirty or something like that. I don't know, but this one's definitely much worse, this dollar store one, but I mean, I figured I'd give you guys a quick comparison. Alright, now let's go back to the video. Alright everybody, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed part 3 in this series. I could probably easily keep going on this. I mean, I'm sort of running out of ideas, but I think I could keep going on this. Let me know if you guys want a part 4. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.